What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video we are gonna play as Spawn versus Kratos, and this was inspired by, I think it was by Screw Attack, or one of the channels that did like versus videos where they did Kratos versus Spawn. And watched it. It was a really cool video. I recommend you should watch it if you haven't seen it. And yeah, we're just gonna spawn a Hulk enemy, which is Kratos. And I'm gonna talk about something, guys. I'm gonna talk about something, a little bit of a rant, I suppose. Story time, right? Well, not really a rant, but something nasty happened to me. You know, in the big picture, this is a very small thing that happened, right? You know. It's just frustrating. So I have not recently, but I had my first car bought. I basically saved up enough money while I was at university, and I bought my first car about half a year ago. No, maybe longer than that now. It's like I bought it something like September, I think, ish, last year. So yeah, so I bought my first car. I'm very kind of proud of it. Like, you know, I paid for everything myself, like lessons, driving, insurance, everything's paid for myself, so I'm pretty proud of it. It's not the most expensive car, it's not the most prettiest car. To me, it is though. Okay, to me it is though. If you wonder what car I have, is I have a Seat Ibiza 2010. It's a 1.6, so it's quite fun to drive. It's got, I think it's like 105 brake horsepower roughly. And it is pretty. It's white with like black rims, and it's gorgeous. Okay, it's goddamn gorgeous. So let me give you some context. So me and my friends, I didn't. My friends planned a trip to go to Newcastle. Okay, so you know, kind of like, you know, we're gonna go out Newcastle. It should be really fun. You know, because we kind of live away from, we live in like the London area. Two of our friends actually live really kind of far away from London actually as well. So it's kind of a bit of a trip for everybody to get to Newcastle, right? So the day before we have to go, I get a knock on my door. This was maybe like 11 o'clock PM. Get a knock on the door. I was like, who the fuck's knocking at the door now? I was like, late as shit. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to get robbed. I was like, did somebody knock? I'm just going to wait for a second knock. Second knock and I'll come answer the door. Second knock. Alright, I'm like, shit, alright, let's go answer the door. Unlock the door. Police. Alright, police out there. I'm like, hello? They're like, okay, do you own a white Seat Ibiza? As soon as he said that, in my head I instantly go to, fuck's sake, someone stole my car. You know, and I was like, yeah. And instantly, as he asked me that question, my heart just sank, because I know it's not going to be a good fucking thing. Alright, I know when police go, is your car this? It's never going to be like, that's a pretty car outside, or, you have a nice car, sir. It's always like, your car's been fucked by a dirty chimp. So I'm like, yeah, that's my car. And he's like, oh, I got some bad news for you. Somebody's done your back window in. I was like, fucking cunt. I was so angry, right? So I was like, oh my god, you know, oh, my car's, like, I didn't have anything in my car at the time. I'm like, thinking, I don't have anything in my car. Why would they bother stealing or try to steal anything in my car? Like, there was nothing in there. All I had was maybe like an iPod that's like, you know, 8 gigabytes iPod is not exactly fucking worth a lot of money. So I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know, I have, you know, the following day we have this trip. We have this trip that we want to go to Newcastle, and I was driving. Okay, I was one of the cars that was going to drive, and I was take some of my friends with me. And you know, I'm stressing the fuck out, right? I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, you know, I was going to go there. And so I'm walking to my car. It's kind of like a little bit of far away part from my house. Not really that far. It's just like I have to walk out my house and then walk like 10 seconds and I'm to my car. So I'm walking to my car and I'm like, oh my god. I just see a smashed window. My back window has just been smashed. I'm like, fuck's sake, why? And then the officer's like, oh, well, it doesn't appear like they took anything and damaged anything else, but they smashed 2 other cars. So it was my car, one of my neighbor's cars, and one car a little bit up the road. So literally what has happened is some fuckhead, some, like, you know, me and you both know what type of person did this, alright? An absolute little tit, a fucking failure at life, a person that is probably gonna end up in jail, or he's gonna have 50 kids or something like that and not get anywhere in his life. You know, just them type of people. Just them type of people. Like, and I'm not trying to discriminate or, like, you know, be like, oh, but it's sometimes life is no fucking sane person is just gonna walk about and start smashing other people's car windows, and that's not a thing you do. And if you do that, please shoot yourself, okay? Please just do the world a favor, alright? Kind of thing. So as you can tell, I'm just angry that happened to my car, you know. So I'm walking to this car and I just find out, you know, I'm like, fuck's sake, this little prick has walked past my car, another car, and just smashed the windows for no fucking reason apart from just, for him it was a little bit of fucking fun. For him it was like, oh yeah, I'm a bad man, I did it. So I was pissed off. I was like stressing out. That's not even the worst part, right? Well, that's probably the worst part, right? So then I'm like, you know, I'm really bummed out. I don't know if I want to go to this trip. I don't know, but you know, luckily one of my other friends was driving as well, so we all fucking kind of squeezed into his Golf, which fucking, you know, mission. But he was a trooper, and we did go in and I had a good time. He helped me get my mind off it, right? Before I leave, I call my insurance. I'm like, you know, somebody smashed my window. What do I do? Please help me. I'm crying and I'm panicking. I'm scared. Well, I wasn't crying, right? I was just like, you know, I don't know what to do. I don't want to leave my car. My car's got a smashed window. What the fuck do I do? So I tape it all up and everything like that. And then, oh, well, we killed Kratos. I'm just going to spawn in another one so we can, this might be a little bit of a longer video while I tell my fucking story. So, alright, so now I called up my insurance. They were like, okay, we'll call you tomorrow. You know, between this and that time. Between, like, I think it was like 8 and 10. Alright, 10 o'clock comes, no fucking call. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna call them. They're like, oh yeah, sorry, we were meant to call you. It is in our system, but we didn't. I was like, okay, well, thanks, you fucking prick. So I'm like, really annoyed now. I'm getting even more annoyed, alright? So I'm like, freaking my car's there. No one seems to give a fuck. Or helping me. Well, they do give a fuck if you don't pay insurance, but as long as you, when you need insurance and everybody's trying to fucking put you through a loop, or you fucking miss a payment on insurance, they're gonna come fucking take your food out of your mouth. So anyway, they're like, alright, sorry, you know, we didn't do it. We're gonna call you in the next hour. Alright, I was like, you know what, give me a number that I can call if you don't. He was like, alright, I'll give you this number. Hour comes, guess what? No fucking call. So I'm pissed. I call and I'm raging. Well, I wasn't really raging. I was like, you know, what the fuck's going on? When I'm gonna get this? And they were like, alright, call this number. So called again until I get through. Finally, I get through. They're like, alright, well, the best we can do is Monday. I'm like, Monday? You're having a joke. I was like, I wanted to go to this trip. I was hoping you could come out and do it today. And they were like, no, you know, this is Monday. So I was like, alright, well, fucking hell. It's not your fault my window got smashed. I'm not gonna take it out on you. You know, you're just doing your job, blah, blah, blah. I was like, alright, fine, fucking book it in. So I go to this thing on Monday. Keep in mind, they ask you what window tint your window is. So they go, so this guy asked me, is it clear or is it dark? So I'm like, it's dark. It's like green dark. It's, you know, like kind of like just dark green tintedish. And he was like, okay, yeah, no, I know what, you know, that's fine. We got him. So I'm like, all right, great. So I go to, Newcastle, right? On Saturday, you know, I call him up again to double check and pay my excess, which was like £75. So basically, this little dick who smashed my window, I have to pay £75 to get my window replaced because he was a dick. Just you know, and I'm not probably gonna get that money back. Like, just because he was a fucking dick. Because he was probably a little fucking teenage prick His little girlfriend dumped him because, you know, his penis was small enough, and she probably wanted 50 kids, or she already has 50 kids with him. You know what I mean? Like, just annoying, right? So I call up, you know, and I'm like, double check, and I pay my excess. I'm like, it was a dark window that I did, order, and they were like, yeah, no, yep, it's a dark window, it's not clear. I was like, okay, great. They fucking arrive on Monday, okay? But the engineer was solid. The guy who came was really solid. He was a really nice guy, and it was like, I'm talking to him. So he comes to me, he goes, yeah, I can't replace your window. I was like, what do you mean you fucking can't replace my window? You fucking replace it right now. I want to drive my car. I was like, really want to drive my car. He's like, you got the wrong window. I was like, what do you mean you got the wrong window? I asked for a dark window. And he's like, well, your window's like, so he used another word for it. Apparently my window was like really dark. Like tinted kind of greenish instead of like dark. I was like, well, that's what I ordered. And they were like, they seem to just order dark. Yours is like green, dark tinted. And I was like, fuck's sake. So there's me, like really fucking annoyed. Really annoyed. I'm just fucking annoyed. I just want to drive my car. There's just something about like when you buy something that you own, like a physical, you know, in the end, tomorrow, Wednesday, they're coming to fix my window, you know, and they're getting the right window. If not, I'm killing a man, alright? In the bigger picture, something worse could happen, right? Like, somebody could have crashed into my car and something like, you know, so it's a material type thing to happen, but to have worked for it, to have saved up for it, to have cherish it. Well, I cherish my car. I clean my car. I take care of my car. I don't fucking drive it like a dick. Like, I really love my car. Then to have some little snotty fuck, and I'm swearing a lot here. Sorry, I suppose. Just, you know, just to have some snotty little failure. There's no other word. Failure. You know, he's failed at life. He's an oxygen thief. He's just taking oxygen. He's just stealing oxygen. He's just to like just go and do that. I just, you know, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's a weird feeling, I think, and I think like people could relate to that. And when other people just want to destroy other people's kind of like property or things by just being a snotty little prick. I get really angry. I get really angry because them type of people don't know what hard work or what effort pays off, and when they just want to, you know, take that away because they're just a little greedy prick, or not even greedy, or like sour. I don't know what the word for this be, but it was the worst thing that ever happened to me with my vehicle, and it wasn't even my own fault. I was really kind of upset about it, you know. Like, my dad was kind of like talking to me about it after, and it was like kind of made me feel better. That he was like, you know, this things happen. Honestly, these type of people, you know, you'll get them everywhere. You know, it's just one of them things, you know, in life you'll find. And like, I was like, so I talked to him about it a little bit. It was like, you know, something worse could have happened to your car. Something, you know, somebody could have crashed into it. Somebody could have totaled your car, you know. You never know, things like this happen. Drunk driver could just crash into your car when your car is just on the road parked, and you know, your car's totaled, you know. That's it. And I was like, I guess so, you know. But I don't know, it's just one of the things. I just felt like I'd tell you my story, you know. I don't know if you guys really give a fuck or care or yeah, anything, but I thought, you know, just talk about it, get it out there, kind of thing. Might make me feel a bit better, kind of like, you know, because there's no really outlet for this type of thing, you know. So maybe YouTube is that type of thing, because, you know, at the time I was like, I want to go break some legs. I want to go break some fucking people who look like that did do that or could do that, break their legs, you know. But, you know, there's no real outlet. Like, you know, I'm gonna get in more trouble, you know, so I'm not gonna obviously do that. But that's how, you know, I felt at the time. So I thought this might be a good outlet to kind of just like, you know, fuck, that happened, that's shitty, let's move on, and try to, I suppose, look at the bright side. I can drive my car, and I am looking forward to driving my car tomorrow. I can't wait. Anyway, though, thanks for listening to my ramble, I guess. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching. And always supporting me. It means a lot. And yeah, bye.